what do you see for the future of you know, like well, Aboriginal people in general in this country? You know, it doesn't seem to be going too good for me, as far as I'm concerned, from my perspective.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it's an important thing we get back to basics, like what we used to know, you know, and that was, and that's where, you know, community has to really pull together and really become tight, like what, you know, like, yeah, I see that, I see the breakdown and this, of community, and I don't like that.
No,
and it's no good, but, you know, but community's really got to, because, you know, like the only way we protect ourselves long before the organisations, long before the money, long before that was with each other, and you know, and you know,
just by sticking together.
Well, that's right, you know, and at least we have that. We have ourselves, you know, that you know, that access and the humour and you know, our culture, and people might recognise this culture today, but it's the way how we live life, how we talk, and how we see one another, and attitude towards life, and you know, probably that's how we've always. That's why we're still here, you know. That's how come we're able to tough it out, to stick it through, you know.
Well, you definitely touched a lot of people, Arch, back there in 1988. I think that's, you know, couldn't have had better timing in terms of the politics at the time, and the way that you expressed the truth in your music. Well, is what's you know, I think that's what's really given you, you know, made you what you are. I believe it's you're a great asset to our community. I'd like to say thank you very much for all of that, because, you know, we all did have struggle trying to express ourselves at that time, but I think you just nailed it, man. And like I said before, I think it had a lot to do with the forcing the government's hand on that national inquiry, because it just made so much sense, not just to Aboriginal people either, to a lot of people who had suffered that sort of. You touched them, mate, and I think good on you for that. Eh?
No, it's you know, just I don't know. You never know where you know where you're going to go with anything, but, you know, there you go. I'm still doing it 21 years later, still playing music, so, you know, I must be doing something right, otherwise they'd be, you know, canning me, chucking me out the door.
No, they can never do that, mate. Where did you get your influence to play music? And, you know, like, was it the classic Aboriginal background in music, round the campfires and listen to the old people's old country and western music?
That was part of it, but, you know, even before then, I was pretty lucky to you know, my second foster, or my third foster family, I should say, second foster family. Oh, that was the tip of the tongue. My third foster family, the Coxes, they were really good people. Music, he loved music. Old Dad Cox, and he had a collection of not just Scottish music, but a lot of black American singers like. Mahalia Jackson, the gospel singer, the Ink Spots, Nat King Cole, Sam Cooke, and I just loved the way these people sing, because when they sang it, it felt like they meant it when they sang the song. So a lot of my influence was there. But then coming to my people, when I came back to my people, there was a lot of country and. Music being played, and I remember Uncle Harry Williams taking us out to the old advancement league in Cunningham Street, Northcote there.
The country outcast, man.
Yeah, but Uncle Harry, he'd take us, we'd go out there, we'd have a pass the guitar around sort of day, you know, so he, sometimes he'd come and get me out of the park there, you know, drinking, and, you know, I'd go over there, and eventually, you know, you just got, yeah, you couldn't just sit there, so it'd be shamed of, so you'd sing a song and play the guitar, so things like that were good. You know, I'd go back to Fitzroy in the park, you know, and George and them would have a go at me and said, "Oh, you enjoy your cup of tea and sandwiches," and stop it, you guys. Yeah.
Well, I was a witness of, I was working across the road there in Crew Information Centre, and I could just see the tops of your heads in the fire burning in the park over there. And,
So yeah,
some extraordinary talent came out of that park. I remember the Kirby brothers. You know, they were incredible singers, and two brothers, and you know the harmonies that they were coming to. They never seen the light of day, their fellas, but I'm sure there's a lot of talented Aboriginal people who don't get the opportunity.
I only wish I could have recorded some of those people.
Yes.
You know, Melly Austin and her sister Evelyn, them two singing together is just the sweetest thing ever. So there's so much. Everybody loved to sing.
I was just thinking about some of, you know, I suppose there'd be a lot of that crew in F Troop, and I was thinking about poor old Punchy and Uncle Georgie and Rex and all that crew.
That's
My
right.
brother Plugger was sort of on the sidelines there too. I suspect you would have.
That's right.
Remember he knocked around with you in the early days. I was busy doing something else, but I always noticed you, Archie. You come across to me as a very intense, deep thinking man, and very intelligent, and your determination, I suppose, is what has got you to where you are today. And I suppose that's you're born with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you come from the land of fighters and singers, Framlingham, and
that's
people
right.
down there, Gunjamara mob.
Yeah.
And it's your song took the children away. I believe this. That the whole issue of the stolen generations was greatly. Well, I wouldn't say that was single-handedly brought about the stolen generations inquiry, but it played a big part of making people aware of what was going on in our communities, particularly for our children, the ones that had been stolen, and articulated that, Archie, and expressed it with something that was undeniable. They couldn't deny the truth of your songs. And, I was so proud of you at that time, and still are. And because you really put us on the map. You put Fitzroy on the map, not just on a national scale, but on a global level as well. It's such a critical time.
That's right.
Now I'm gonna play the song. What's your song should I play off your new album called 1988? And tell us a little bit about how this album come about.
Oh, right. I suppose, gee. I think it's one of those, probably the Bicentennial Blues. That'd be a good one. It's about the stand against the Bicentennial. But like I said, I managed to record, get a chance to record these songs, and I think the lad Paul Petrin who recorded the first sessions heard the songs, Took the Children Away, and other songs for the first time here at here on 3CR.
Oh, cool. So that's a bit of a coup. And I really love this organisation, 3CR, because it's a self-sustaining organisation. It's got the principles that I believe in. It's community controlled and it's community based, and it's got an incredible record. Now we've grown with it in Fitzroy. Gil has been here for 30 odd years.
That's right.
And it's always had its doors open. It's always encouraged us. And I'd like to thank 3CR for its commitment to Aboriginal people over that time. It's fantastic.
Well, I might add, for one, 3CR, this is where I first, well, really, to tell you the truth, and, even though there's an album coming out, I used to come down here and talk to Giller and other people that were doing shows, and put out a song or two, maybe Took the Children Away or something else. And, and I remember I was working at George Wright, George Wright shelter. Yeah. And I think somebody rang up from down here and said, wow, when you seeing people like the switchboard lit up. And so it certainly, there was a lot of people listening, at that time, and it's thanks to 3CR. Especially community controlled, community run radio stations are just so valuable.